Episode 4 of the Beardcaster. My name is Scott Sikora, and once again, I am the Beardcaster. Great to be back with you once again. Another episode. We're going into our 4th episode. So far everything's going really good. I have no complaints. I'm feeling much more comfortable, much more confident, and this is a lot of fun. So once again, welcome to episode 4 of the Beardcaster. And if you didn't hear it at the top, my name is Scott Sikora. You can find me at thebeardcaster.com, which I suggest you go check that website out. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the YouTube. I'm slowly building up everywhere, so go check it out. You can get linked through all that stuff through my website. Also, what I would like for you to do, if you're interested, check us out on iTunes or Stitcher. What I want you to do is just subscribe if you wish, so that way you can get all the newest episodes. Go back and check the old ones out. You can also, if out of the kindness of your heart, you can rate me, R-A-T-E, me, and leave a comment, share with your friends. That would even be more fantastic than anything you could possibly do for me right now, because I'm just really emotional. Okay, now that I'm over that, I thank you to all the people who've listened so far. The tens of downloads and listens really means a lot to me. It means someone actually cares about what I'm doing, whether or not they're actually listening to the whole thing. I'm still going to keep doing this because I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and I'm having a lot of fun, and it's cool to talk to people about different types of things. So on that note, like I said before, if you have any questions, comments, want to tell me what your Christmas list is for next year, not that I can help you with that, but you can email me at thebeardcaster@gmail.com. Somebody send something, that'd be awesome, so we can read some comments or whatever, just an idea, it's your choice. We live in a country where we have free choices to do whatever we want, and if you want to email me, you can, but sorry, I'm getting emotional again. All right, let me get past that. This episode today is a super awesome special one with a longtime friend of mine, and I thought she would be a very cool person to talk to about hair care for the most part. I mean, this podcast is relating around beards and beard-related things, so beards are hair. So I thought it would be cool to get a hairstylist, get her take on what's good for your beard, what's not good for your beard, products that, you might want to look into, how you want to take care of it, just a whole bunch of different things. But, my interview with Emily goes through lots of different things, and I learned a lot about a lot of different things talking to her, so I thought it was pretty cool. Some of the things we talked about were different products that you could use in your beard, or your hair, or your skin, or whatever, wherever you want to use them, your armpits, I guess. You got hair there. If you're a guy, if you're a girl, you shave it off. So you can go to my website, what I said, thebeardcaster.com, and you go to at the top, and there's right at the very top, it says store, S-T-O-R-E. You click on that specific link, and it takes you to my Amazon store, where I have tons and tons and tons of different types of products that are awesome for your beard and or mustache. Different styling aids, cleaning aids, balms, waxes, shampoos, conditioners, brushes, you name it, it's all there. I spent a lot of time assembling all of this stuff for all of you to make it much easier, to make it a one-stop shop to find any kind of beard and mustache care, accessories, any kind of fun stuff. So just go, like I said, go to thebeardcaster.com, click on store, and it'll take you to the Beardcaster BAZZAR, which is my personal Amazon store where you can buy all this stuff from. I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of items on there for you to just look through. But it's all things that I personally picked out that I felt would be good products for anyone out there to use. So there's all sorts of different things. So just check it out. One of my sponsors, WAFFEN Whisker Oil, they have tons of really great products, tons of different smells. I think Matt's working on some balms right now, but you can check out his website, whiskeroil.com. That's WHISKERROIL.com. Go to his page, check his stuff out. Just give it a look. If you're ever at a competition around the Cleveland area, Matt gets out, and he usually has a booth at all of the competitions within a few 100-mile radius of Cleveland. So if you're within a few 100 miles and you're planning on going to an event, stop. I'm sure he'll have a booth there, so he'll be sitting there. Find him, talk to him, tell him I sent you, tell him you heard some guy doing a podcast talking about how great his whisker oil is, and maybe he'll give you a deal. I would hope so. He's a good guy. I'm sure he will. So, without further ado, I know what else. I just checked the, once again, another feature on my website that I like to promote heavily is the Help a Stranger. And once again, if you go to beardcaster.com and you click on Help a Stranger, it will take you to a random GoFundMe page. This GoFundMe page that I have up now is for a guy named Isaac Durig. And if you've listened to the past few podcasts, you would have heard me talk about him. And right now, he is now over his goal. So thank you for anyone who might have donated, who heard it through here. I greatly appreciate it. So I'm going to be looking for a new GoFundMe to put up on my website and share on my Facebook page and all that different things. So if by some chance you know someone who really needs help with something, please, once again, email me at thebeardcaster@gmail.com. Give me a GoFundMe page, and I'll check through it, and if it's cool and I totally dig it, then I will post it up on thebeardcaster.com and try to promote it as much as I can and try to raise awareness and any kinds of funds for your friend or whoever you think needs help. And as I'm talking there, I realize that my beard keeps rubbing against the microphone. So either I must be way too close to it and I'm trying to talk over the top of it so I'm not getting the poppy peas that everyone... See, I just might... Look. All right, enough of that irritation. All right, so on to the main event here. This is a friend of mine. Her name's Emily. A little backstory on Emily is, as will be unveiled in this interview with her. I don't mind the background sound. We were at a restaurant. The place was called Morgan's. It's on Main Street in Chardon, Ohio. I highly, highly, highly suggest if you happen to be in the Chardon area or if you're traveling to Cleveland and you want some good barbecue, the pulled pork is insane. Hit me up, email me. I will let you know all about it, get you directions and stuff. But I support their restaurant. I love their food. I love the ambiance. So I met Emily up there and we had a discussion. Anyway, so my backstory with her is I've known her for a long time. I knew her brother, met her, and I was looking for someone to cut my beard. And I was probably about 3 years into growing my beard and decided that it was probably about time that I needed to trim it because I thought that that's what you're supposed to do. So I think we determined it was around 2003 or something like that. Maybe 2004. It was a couple weeks ago when we recorded this, and I'm not remembering off the top of my head. But I went and found where she was working at, and I went in and she cut it, and I was just, when I was done, I was just so devastated. I was like, oh my God, what did I do? I just lost all this growth, all this that I've been working for years and years and years, and this was the one time that I actually went past 6 months and didn't cut it off, because prior to that, I'd been growing and growing and cutting, growing and growing and cutting. I would just get annoyed with it. And for years and years and years, straight out of high school, I would always try to grow my beard really long, and it just wouldn't go. It just wouldn't take off. And after about 4 to 5 months, it would just get annoying, and I would just cut it off. And this was my first actual attempt when I tried to actually just let it go, and it went. And I don't know, for some odd reason, when I tried to grow it that time, it just took off like wildfire, and it just kept going and going and going. So at the 3-year point, I figured, hey, it's about time to cut it, trim it up a little bit. So why not go to someone that I know and trust? And so I did. So as you listen on to this interview with Emily, you'll get my backstory with her, which I pretty much just said right there. But you will also learn a lot about hair care. Now, if you're a female, she talks about a lot of different hair care products that you would use in your hair because she's a hairstylist, but she also knows a lot about beards. So that's why I figured she would be pretty cool to talk to, because her husband has a really rad beard and she helps him take care of it. So why don't you check out this cool little interview I did with Emily, and I will catch you at the back end. And action! All right. Okay, so we'll start this off right now by introducing you. Tell us who you are.
I'm Emily Gambrell.
Yeah.
I'm a hairstylist, and I'm married to a bearded man.
All right, so the reason I picked you to talk to was because as we were sitting here talking earlier, trying to go back in time in the Wayback Machine, I wanted to find out when one of my most pinnacle moments in growing my beard was, and that was the first time I let anyone touch my beard and cut it. And you're the only person who's ever put a pair of scissors to my beard other than, of course, myself.
That is amazing.
Yeah, so
yes.
As I go back into the Wayback Machine, we end up back in the year 2004, which I'm flabbergasted because that's over 52 years ago, and that's a really long time, and I didn't even think I had my beard for that long, but apparently I had already had it for 2 or 3 years at that point because I needed to come in and get it cut.
Yes.
So let's go back and talk about you getting to that point in 2004 where we had our rendezvous and you cut my beard. How did you get introduced into the culinary of hair field?
How did I get introduced?
Let's go back. Let's get your backstory.
My backstory.
Not about your back. I'm talking about your story.
Right, leading up to
Yes.
the cutting of your beard for the first time.
Yes.
And so on. I was homeschooled and did college for 1 year, graphic design. A friend of mine wanted to go to hair school and ended up never going. So as I looked for hair schools with her.
Did you go as her and her identity?
No, I did not. No,
right.
it was me.
I could see a good movie, an 80s movie.
Yeah.
She gets a scholarship to a hair cutting school.
I take
she
over.
She doesn't go and you go in her place.
That would be awesome if it was a scholarship, but I paid for it.
All right. So was it the Connecticut School of Hair Cutting?
Brown Aveda Institute in Menor.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. That sounds fancy.
It was fancy. Fanciest of its time.
Was there different color levels or just one?
No. It's not like belts and karate.
Oh, all right.
Brown, last name.
Okay.
Owner.
Last
name of the owner, yes.
Right.
A very good school. Graduated and worked in Cleveland to start off with for about 6 months. I interned at a salon, and then I came back to Menor to Ladies and Gentlemen's, which is where I met Scott.
Yes, but I know we had met before because I knew your brother Matt.
Yes, because of Chardon locale.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just everyone knows everyone in this town, so.
Yes.
So
we had met prior
yes, and
to
there
that.
was already a relationship between you and I, so it was obviously I felt comfortable enough to let this
brand new hairstylist with scissors in her hands.
Yeah.
Trim your beard.
So I still remember that day. I remember it was snowy.
Yes.
It was cold. I remember walking in and sitting in that chair waiting. And then I remember you cutting, and I felt so horrible because I'm like, I'm losing so much of my.
It's nerve-wracking.
Yeah, I mean, I think at that point I had been growing for almost 3 years, and I can't remember exactly how long it was. I've never actually taken a a tape measure or anything.
No way.
I've never done that before.
You don't know how long it is right now?
I'm guesstimating about 12 inches.
Huh. I'd guess 12 inches too.
Yeah, that's what she said.
That was perfect for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
but we really did just trim it up that day.
But it was enough that it like mentally scarred me.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Not in a bad way. Not like, oh my God, I'm never going to have it cut again. And not that I like obviously stopped being your friend.
That's true. But I've never cut it again.
No.
No. Okay.
But I mean, I guess I could have you, but I've kind of learned how to do it my own. So
I think the next time you had come in, you took my scissors and trimmed it yourself.
Maybe
while sitting there.
Oh,
yes.
It sounds like something I would do.
Flipped up the ends and trimmed them all yourself with my shears. Yes.
I'm good like that.
Yes.
So, all right. So you trimmed my beard and not scarred me for life, but it was something that I guess I never. When I look back on it now, trimming hair is quintessential to hair care.
Yes.
Now, in most of the stuff I want to talk to you about is just general hair care stuff. I don't know exactly how versed you are in the differences between beard hair and hair on a human's head or dog hair, maybe even no.
Dog hair, I don't know anything about. However, from experience, I know there are differences in head hair and beard hair.
All right. What about body hair?
I don't know about body hair. It grows. Most people don't like where it grows, but
all right, so let's kind of talk about like when you go through now, is it cosmetology school?
Yes.
All right, so when you go through cosmetology school, they obviously teach you about how to cut hair, how to style hair, but do they teach you about the hair care, like health care process?
We learn about the hair itself. So the scalp, the condition it grows in, any conditions like that, like alopecia, why you would get alopecia, scalp care, sebum, which is scalp oil.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Yeah. It's definitely, well, could be somebody's downfall, but at the same time, sebum, everybody has sebum, and that's the oil that your scalp produces.
All right.
And also the hair strand itself, after it's out of your head, it's no longer alive. So hair care is definitely different depending on what the hair is, what you've done to the hair, colored, not colored, trimmed, kept up,
so
brushed, not
so
brushed.
Would you even say what is the benefit of trimming then?
As the hair gets longer, it gets more exposed to anything, sunlight, air, heaters.
Criminals?
Criminals. Exposed to criminal. I've never met hair exposed to a criminal, personally.
So anyone that's been in a bank when it was robbed?
They've been exposed to a criminal then.
Yeah. All right.
However, the longer the hair gets, the more exposed it is to environmental conditions or heat tools, color, any processes like that. The hair strand weakens, actually gets thinner, finer, more porous, more open, and the hair splits. When hair splits, it stops growing.
So isn't that better because there's more of it?
No.
Oh.
No. Thicker it might look, but very fuzzy.
Wow, you sounded like Yoda. Thicker it might look.
Thicker it might look, but not good for the hair to split.
All right.
So it no longer grows then in a straight. No longer it splits out, curls back, looks fuzzy and frizzy and the same length. It's like going down an up escalator.
Jesus.
Don't get very far.
No, you don't.
No.
Unless you got to go with it.
You have to run.
Well.
You have to go with it.
Yeah.
Your hair would be split up to your scalp. That's not
Yeah,
good.
well, that's what I do. I take my hair and I split it all the way to the top.
Don't do that.
No, I'm kidding.
It's like pulling gray hairs. Don't do that.
No, I don't pull. No, I don't. No, I do not. I definitely do not pull them apart, nor do I pull the gray hairs because I am starting to embrace them.
Perfect.
Now, why? Okay, this is not a question that I had written on my must ask you question sheet here.
Yes.
Why? Okay, now if you're looking at me, I have gray.
Yes.
Why does it tend to grow in a pattern like? Do you see how I got two streaks here? Why isn't it right here?
I would say the same idea as your hair when it grays, so it would start at your temples and move its way back. Not your hair personally.
The temples of doom?
Well, and that's usually where somebody would start to gray first, and it is for no particular reason. Pigment in your skin.
Yeah, pigs. Wink, wink.
Pigment in your skin can
pigment.
change what your hair color does on your face.
So there's like little pigment inside your skin, and they're like painting it as it's coming out.
If that works, yes, that would be awesome. I wonder what happens when we color the hair then. All that hard work they do.
Yeah.
Blown out of the water.
I know. Out of jobs.
Out of jobs.
Another American out of a job. But
Thought to build houses.
Yeah. Or pimples underneath the skin.
Mm-hmm.
More sebum.
Too much sebum is definitely pimple causing.
Oh.
It also makes your hair fall out.
Really?
Yep.
Oh.
Men produce twice as much sebum as women do.
Wow.
So that's why men's hair tends to do the male pattern baldness.
Oh. I thought that was
it suffocates
hereditary.
the follicles. It can be. Pattern of fallout can be. Balding in general can be because your hair produces so much oil. It suffocates the hair follicle and then it falls out and dies.
So what can you do to open those hair follicles?
Brush your hair, wash your hair regularly, and use something that is oil reducing. That's why they sell men's products. They're actually made slightly different than women's hair products.
Such as?
I don't know an exact product name.
Oh, no,
Do you want
I'm
me to
just
name
talking-
drop
no,
product?
no,
Oh,
no.
it would cut down on how much oil is produced.
Like, what I'm saying is, like, are you talking like shampoos or conditioners? Or
Yes.
Like, yeah. So,
Both.
all right. So,
To look for even styling products that maybe are more natural or have a lighter, so less synthetic, less plastics in
so
a
it should
styling
come in
product or a shampoo.
a glass jar then?
Brown with no label, yes.
Oh.
No, not necessarily that. If you can understand all the ingredients on it, it's the best. Once they start adding things, those can actually not help. They don't clear the scalp as much or the face, or if you are washing your beard with a shampoo.
Mm-hmm.
They can do the opposite of. They can clog that more and not take away the oil as much.
We want to pull the oil away.
Right.
Okay,
You
so...
don't want to dry it out, but you want to not have the buildup of oil be there.
All right, so let's talk about, okay, this first topic then, washing your hair or beard. Now, when you're washing your hair, I've heard many different things. Either wash your hair every day when you take a shower. I've heard other people tell me wash it every couple days. And that's not funny because people do that. And then I've also heard wash it once a week. Where do you stand on all this? What is your professional opinion? Because that's why you're here.
That is why I'm here. It is personal preference, in my opinion. If you're going to wash your hair every day, you will have issues that people who don't wash their hair every day have. So,
More sebum?
yes. If you just like that word, yes. I think you just like that word. Yes, oil production will be increased because you are stripping it away every day. And the synthetic shampoos or the shampoos that we're using are taking away so much that our scalps, faces, skin overreact and produce more. Therefore, if you have somebody who says their hair gets greasy if they don't wash it every day, and they would wait every other day, in about a month it would even out and you wouldn't produce as much oil to make up for what you're stripping out unnaturally.
All right, so basically what you're saying is the shampoos are stripping...
the natural oil out, therefore we're overproducing.
All right. So,
oil.
So then would you say washing your hair every day is better then?
I think washing your hair every other day is the best in most cases.
All right.
If it's on your face, I don't know because I don't have any on my face. And if you would want it clean, then by all means wash it. There's moisturizing things you can use that won't have counter effects.
Such as?
And if you're using any natural oils, almond oil, coconut oil, anything like that, grapeseed oil is a very light oil that can go on everything. If you use a beard oil or just a face moisturizer, so aloe vera on your face.
So you could take the plant, rip a leaf off, and just go...
Yeah,
rub
open
it all
the
over?
leaf first.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
squeeze it out. Don't just stick the spiny leaf to your face.
Oh.
Use what's in it. But those kind of things can counteract the fact that you're washing it every day because it's on your face.
Oh, all
And maybe
right.
you would want it washed every day.
So, because then you'd have like leafy beard or leafy aloe stuff in your
Yes.
face, and you'd want to get that out.
Yes.
Now, see, the way I used to wash my beard every day. Like, I was like fanatic about it. And we're talking, this will be the beard that I had that you cut. So after having that beard for, I think, 6 years, it was so dry and damaged and just I had to cut it off because it was like just disgusting looking.
Yes.
And once I started growing the beard I have now, which I've had for 7 years, it's a lot more healthier, and it's a lot more like. But I also trim it like every 2 to 3 months. I cut at least an inch off.
And you probably brush it daily.
Oh yeah, I use my first run through after all right. To the washing part, I wash it maybe every 2 to 3 days.
Okay.
And then, but every day when I get in the shower, I let the water run through it, and I have like a fine comb, and I just brush it through. So I'm kind of spreading the oils through and rinsing it out.
Do you condition it if you don't shampoo it?
No.
Just rinse it?
Just rinse it.
Okay.
So I rinse it really good, and then I take a big tooth detangler comb, and I run it through there to get all the tangles out, and that helps it dry.
Yes.
So then as I do that, it's drying it out, and then I take like the beard oil like I showed you, and I have to use like the spray top because I can get more like specific with it, whereas the stuff you pour into your hand,
first hit is kind of the most concentrate.
Well,
when you put it on?
Well, where I put it at first is I go to the ends. I grab it right in the middle, and I put like about 5 to 10 squirts right into the end, and I massage it into the end, and then I go to the top, and what I do is I pull off a bunch, and I spray it into my scalp. Then I pull off more, spray it in there. So then I have it at the tips, and then I have it at the base. Then I take the detangler comb again, and I brush it
all through.
So it all goes through. Then I have a boar's hair brush.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
that's bristle.
Yeah, that's my finishing brush. Mm-hmm. That I go through that, and then that works the rest of it out, and it makes it nice and straight and shiny and smooth. So then in 2 to 3 days, when I take a shower, I'll use the shampoo I prefer, like I was telling you, macadamia, which it's macadamia nut oil extract. It's like real oily, and to me that like when I wash it, it feels like super clean.
And that's in a shampoo.
Yes, it is. Yes, as opposed to outside of the shampoo.
Well, just the oil can be cleansing also, but I didn't know if it was in a shampoo that.
Yes, because shampoo makes hair clean, and conditioner will make hair what? Smooth and silky.
And silky.
That's right.
Tangle-free.
Yeah, you have to remember that.
No, the reason I asked about the oil, you can cleanse with oil. You can cleanse with coconut oil. And then use coconut oil as a conditioner. Oh. So if it was macadamia oil and no shampoo around it, it's added to the shampoo, is what you're saying.
Oh, yeah. It's built in.
Got it.
The macadamia brand.
Got it.
So what they do is they have, and I think in Hawaii, they have hundreds of little Hawaiian children squeezing the oil.
Thought about this.
I thought I read this online once, but I could be completely wrong. And they squeeze the oil out into these little jars, and then they make the shampoo out of that.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's a pleasant picture every time you shampoo.
I don't know. Well, it makes it all nice and everything. And then after I'm doing that, then I put like it's like a damage repair conditioner into it.
So you're using heavy shampoo and conditioner and washing it every 2 to 3 days?
Yes.
Instead of a lighter or less intense.
We're not talking about tense or TPs or wigwams.
No TPs or wigwam. No. You could use a lighter shampoo,
yes.
Sulfate-free, every day.
Oh, that was the other thing, sulfate-free.
Sulfate-free gets tricky.
Oh.
There's lots of names for sulfate. So sodium, lauryl, sulfite, I think is the main one.
What was that again? Because you looked really confused when you were saying that.
Sodium lauryl sulfate is what I think it's called. Is the main one in most shampoos, and it causes it to bubble.
Bubble?
Suds.
Oh.
It's the detergent part of it. It's also the most stripping part of it. But there's like 5-6 other names of the same idea, the same sulfites. That if it's sulfite free, it might have a cousin of one of them in it. You know what I mean?
Oh my, that sounds gross.
They'll trick you.
Who's they? The man?
Yeah, the shampoo companies.
Oh, are they
like want you to buy your product?
They're like
products.
The big pharma.
They are like big pharma, and all our FDA and our food. Yes, all bad.
Jeez, I didn't realize. Okay, because I'm a big advocate of sulfate free. Like especially for my beard, I find that like anything that's sulfate free, I've always tried to use.
Absolutely.
But then once again, like I wrote in my notes, a lot of guys are coming up there like, oh yeah, use that mane and tail stuff for horses, and I've always heard that that's not good for you.
Oh, probably not. I've not. I've only used it once, and it didn't do anything for my mane or my tail.
Oh.
No, it didn't fall out.
You have a tail?
No, I don't.
Oh.
I was adding in both. No, I don't know much about that, but like I said, I've not used it enough to know.
But I thought it was made for animals.
Technically, it started out that way. But we are
all animals.
We are all animals.
That's what Kesha said once.
Kesha. Yes.
Yes. All right, so...
She knows.
She does. All right, so, like...
sulfate-free, you could use... have you ever used Dr. Bronner's? Liquid soap, Castile soap of any kind?
No.
They're all oil-based, so you have all the oils in there that do the cleaning with essential oils that do any of the scent that you would have in it.
No, you were talking about pine tar soap.
And pine tar soap.
Tell me about that, because I'm not familiar at all. I've seen pictures and heard rumblings of it on the internet, but I've never actually used it.
I've never actually used it either. My husband uses it.
And
so it's liquid in bar form.
liquid in barf form?
And bar.
Oh, liquid and bar.
I have a
because usually barf is liquid. Bar.
Yeah, solid barf. Oh, no. Liquid and bar form for the pine tar soap. And it is just that. It smells like a pine tree mixed with a campfire. Cleans extraordinarily well.
Okay, so he uses this in his beard then, correct?
Yes.
All right.
When he does wash his beard, he uses that.
Do you know what his washing schedule is?
I think he uses the pine tar soap once a week, and that's when skin underneath his beard would start to get dry, or a neckline or unshaved. So any facial skin underneath the beard starts to get dry or itchy. That takes it away.
All right.
And he uses beard oil every day. Brushes his beard multiple times a day. I think the shampoo is used every other day. He rinses out in the meantime.
All right.
But he's a big beard oil fan. Moroccan oil, which is
all right,
similar maybe to macadamia.
Yeah. So he's not
oil.
he's not a specific brand oriented. He uses this kind of, because I know you. I mean, you've made me oil before, and I've loved it. And you're into making different types of, like, you made some balms too, right?
I did.
Yeah.
Beeswax, like a mustache balm. Yeah.
Now, like that kind of stuff, what kind of health benefit do you get out of that?
No toxins. That's the biggest one.
I mean, but it's basically used for holding purposes, right?
Yes.
All right. So it's not like, hey, I'm putting beeswax balm on my beard because it's going to make it grow thicker and stronger.
No, not necessarily.
All right.
No. If you did want to specifically do something for that, you could add the essential oils that are known to help hair growth. So sandalwood.
That sounds like a smell, not a...
Or, well, it smells fantastic.
Well, I know
but
that.
But it also helps...
Oh, I'm thinking of vitamins. You're talking the essential oils, because I know that's like
in the oils. So benefits in the oils or the mustache wax would be if you use essential oil, it's getting in there.
Yeah, you're using the essential oils in the product that you're using. So if you're using like a scented essential oil based beeswax product, you're getting the benefit of the essential
oil. Absolutely.
Right. Now, in like the essential oils or different chemicals. Most of what I know from everyone that makes their own beard oils and stuff are using essential oils. Can you put like vitamins into that? And if so, what kind of supplements can you add to your diet? Or, I mean, and this is just in general for all around hair care.
Sure.
Not just specifically beard, but I know that, they talk about biotin being good for your fingernails and your hair growth and stuff like that.
Biotin works off of increasing the keratin. Keratin is the protein that's in hair and nails.
All right.
Too much protein is a bad thing, and not enough protein is a bad thing. So happy medium. It would be if you actually have a deficit in something. If something's not growing or not working biotin is a good thing to add.
So if you had a person that talks to dead people and they were not happy, that would be an unhappy... where am I going with this?
I don't know.
Oh, an unhappy medium.
Yes.
So we want a happy medium.
We want a happy medium.
All right.
Yes.
So, I mean, other than biotin, I mean, you can take that in a pill form. You can, there's shampoos that have it in it.
Yes.
Okay, now, ingesting it is better than putting it on? Like how much, now we were having a discussion earlier about hair coloring and how much stuff it absorbs into the actual strand of hair.
Yes.
Now, if you're using a shampoo that is quote unquote biotin enriched, is it really doing anything? Well, I can't see your head moving around.
It truly depends if it's doing something or not. It does. If there's nothing wrong with your hair, you're not going to notice a big difference unless the increase in biotin. Too much protein can make your hair weak, just like too much bleach could, or too much heat damage could.
Heat damage. That's one thing that we have to worry about, because there's a lot of guys that do freestyle that are using hair dryers and the flat irons and stuff.
The oils help protect that a lot.
So someone who's doing like a freestyle where they're doing the big curls and with the blow dryers and all that, like hairsprays and stuff, a good treatment after that, of course, is to wash all the chemicals out and then do an oil treatment with it, right?
Yes, absolutely. And clarifying shampoos or something like that would come in handy. And if we are going more towards like pure health or all natural, apple cider vinegar or baking soda will also strip out product buildup in hair. It just is they call it a no-poo shampoo.
No poo.
No poo. There's no lather whatsoever, but it cleanses your hair and scalp and facial hair.
Oh.
Although you might smell like vinegar for a little bit afterwards.
Well, then you use
the oil.
Yeah, the essential oils. Yes, that
take it right away.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's very interesting. See, that's why I wanted to talk to you, because I wanted to get like a different
Absolutely.
Because I've never talked to a hair care professional before, as I do air quotes in the air that everyone can see. And
I can see them.
I know you can. Hi. What's up? Hi. How you doing over there? So I thought it would be interesting to talk to someone who is in the hair care field and maybe talk to. I mean, her husband has a magnificent beard.
It is magnificent.
And finally got him the scaredy pants off of him to actually get him up and compete this year for the first time.
Yes, he did.
And that was another thing I wanted to talk about, was this year, this past year, well, not 2016, 2015, which was last year.
Yes.
But there will be more things to come this year for us, you and me. But last year, you and I teamed up together to work on the Maple Festival. Well, we live in a town called Chardon, Ohio, and every year there's the Maple Festival, which is a celebration of pretty much where we live and the maple production industry, correct?
All the sap turned into sweet sugar.
It sure did. Yeah. So then we have a festival every year around Easter, and when the sap's running and everything, and pardon me, they have a contest as far as I could trace back, I've met a couple of the old contestants, and we're going back into the 60s here, if not further than that. I can't get any more information regarding the history of what's going on with that. But so anyways, we've kind of gotten past the torch to kind of help organize this every year. So last year, you and I worked together to try to take it to the next level for the beard competition that they've had for, as far as we've known, over 30 years.
Yep, and it was awesome.
Yeah, so and every year I've been getting more people to come out, but this past year, I mean, we had so many contestants, we had people come from Pittsburgh, and we had people come from all over, and it was awesome. It felt good to like organize something that people finally, I mean, and also too the trends of the beard and mustache stuff have been kind of
that helped
popular.
Push a few more people, but we had people just randomly join too.
Yeah, and that was
day.
That was the other cool part. Is just someone was there. They had an awesome beard. I mean, everyone just has awesome beards now. And the worst part though is every year it is the same darn weekend as the RVA competition in Richmond, and everyone goes to that. And I've not been able to go to that one, which I've wanted to. And one of these years, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to bail on you.
Oh, no.
But so anyways, the point of the story was we finally got your husband to get up there. We've been razzing him for years to get up there. You know, come on, you can do it. I mean, because he's got a great beard. It's got a nice shape, and he's definitely taking care of it. Yeah, well, he's got a good teacher.
Absolutely. No, he loves taking care of it too, and having a good beard. Going back to the vitamins real quick, zinc, niacin. Sorry about that. Niacin.
Potato
are good. Tomato. And vitamins A, B, and D, all good for so that can be in your foods. Healthy diet, clean foods, exercise, sleep, all of it helps your hair growth.
So, all right, now what about products with that in it? I mean, I'm basically where I'm going with this is it better to ingest these things?
You'd probably have more direct effect putting it on rather than ingesting it, because ingesting it will take it to all areas rather than just what you're putting it on.
All right.
But it can only absorb so much that way also. And everything you put in your body comes out through your hair. Any medicines, anything affects your hair. It affects hair color, it affects growth, it affects everything.
Super.
Yeah. So, yes, putting it on, I think, would be more of a direct cause if there is an issue. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, ingesting it, it'll eventually get there and do its thing if there's not a specific problem.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right, so I think that's about all of the questions I kind of had, unless there was anything that you think I missed as you're going through the notes of what I prepared for you. But
no, I think we've covered everything you had there.
Is there anything you want to talk about?
No, everything that I've said is what I've experienced so far or gotten to do so far. So the more I get to work with them and hair, on the face in general.
Yeah.
I don't know any more than that right now.
Do you cut your husband's beard?
I do. Every 2 weeks when I cut his hair.
Really?
I trim it.
So how does it grow longer? How do you get your beard to grow longer?
Taking care of it, brushing it, blood flow to the face, all the typical things that you would for your hair on your head would be the same for your beard.
Okay, so
he likes it to stay the same shape. He wants it to grow longer, obviously, but he can't stand when it gets that fuzzy PC look at the end.
Yeah, I don't like that either. I like that straight edge on the bottom.
Exactly. And he tends to burn his a lot.
Is he a smoker?
He is a smoker.
Oh, shame on him. That's bad for you.
I shouldn't have aired that dirty secret. But it does.
It's not really dirty because all you need to walk up next to him and you can smell it. So there's nothing.
True.
There's no secret to that.
Dirty smoke.
But yeah. So okay. Well, obviously smoking probably affects hair growth too. Maybe. I mean, because it affects everything else. It causes cancer.
Sure.
It kills children.
Does? What?
Yes.
It kills children.
Well, indirectly, it's not like a cigarette walks up to a kid and goes stab them.
Right. No, they're not lethal on their own. Yes. It probably does affect hair growth.
I would say let's be scientific and say true.
True.
But yeah, I'm sure it was on the internet somewhere, so we could just be misquoted. But we'll go with cigarettes kill beards.
What else is not that true that I read on the internet about beards was that they hold the same amount of poop germs as a toilet.
The fecal matter. Yeah.
That was not true either.
No, I know that's all BS.
Yeah,
it was all propaganda brought to the internet to try to take down the beard industry.
It's terrible.
Once again, the man.
Yeah, the man.
It was probably brought to us by
no good by Big Farm and
the big hair
FDA.
care. Yeah,
and the hair care. That's what they're doing. Clean shaven. They just want you to buy more shavers.
Yeah.
Razors.
Well, I think what I read something the other day with the shaving industry lost the razor industry has been losing a lot of money because guys have been growing beards.
I would totally see that happening. Yes.
That's awesome.
If women stop shaving their legs, they'd be shit out of luck.
No, thank you. Shit's fine.
Oh, shit's fine. Good. Right on.
We embrace the shit.
Fuck. God damn it.
Whatever you got to get out. All right, so okay, well, let's wrap this up. I think we've covered everything I wanted to cover with it. I mean,
awesome.
I mean,
keep trimming, keep brushing, keep oiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Read
your labels if you're concerned about anything
in it. Make sure you're using as natural products you possibly can. I know a lot of you oil guys out there are making natural stuff, so
keep on going.
And like I said, I wanted to get that advice or the information from a professional in the hair care industry, so I figured Emily was the person, and I trust her. Obviously, if I trust her to cut my beard, and I will let her do it again.
Yay! one more time at least.
One more time at least. Maybe this time will be the one completely off.
No,
you're right.
I
was kidding.
Oh,
I was doing that. I was trying that for ratings.
Nice.
So, but if I trust her enough to cut my beard, I trust her enough for all of her advice and her knowledge on hair care. So, and once again, like I said, most of what she knows about is hair care on your head, but most of it will apply to beard care too. So, and she's obviously married to a bearded man. She's known me for well over 15 years, I'm sure. So she's been around beards, and her dad's got an awesome mustache too.
My dad.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
He does. He
does.
That is immaculate care right there.
To its finest.
Yes,
he is.
He takes time every day to make it as perfect as possible. So
yes. Yep, that's a guarantee right there.
Word to your mother.
Word to your mother.
All right, on that note, thank you very much.
Peace out.
Godspeed, and have a safe trip to wherever you're going. Yep. Where are you going later?
Me?
Yeah.
Home.
Oh, I thought you said the Ice Capades earlier.
Oh, no, that would be fun, but no, home.
And that was last week.
Outside. I'm going outside, so technically, yes, the Ice Capades. It's January in Chardon.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Emily. And cut. Huh. Sebum. Damn near killed him. That was a really fun night. I had a wonderful time with Emily. Thank you so very much, Emily, for taking the few hours out of your day to sit and talk with me. I greatly appreciate it. I greatly appreciate everything that you've done for me over the years. I thank you for the oils that you've made for me. I thank you for your help with the things that we did with the Maple Festival Beard and Mustache Contest, and I really look forward to having another successful year doing that and growing it even bigger. So thank you, Emily. And I'd also like to thank Morgan's on the Square in Chardon for letting us use your facility, providing us drinks and food. So I thank you guys as well. All right, so that's going to wrap up this episode of the Beardcaster, episode number 4. And the next one will be episode number 5. Yeah, that's right. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you can't see my hand, which you can't, I have all 5 of my fingers up. So, what I want you to do, here's your homework before next episode. I want you to go to iTunes or Stitcher, whatever you prefer. I would like for you to subscribe if you want. I'd like for you to rate. I would like for you to leave a comment. If you don't like the show, you don't like the show. I can't make you like it. If you don't like it, don't listen. If you don't like it, don't share it. It's pretty simple. I mean, this is a niche kind of show, so I'm only going to be appealing to certain people who, by some chance, go on to iTunes and search beard. So my podcast will come up, they'll listen to it, and they'll either like it or they won't. So it's their choice. I would also like for you to share it with somebody. I don't know, post it on their Facebook page, tweet it out or something. I don't know, whatever you feel you need to do to let someone know about this. I'm really trying to get my numbers up there so we can do some really cool stuff. I have some awesome plans set up for this year, lots of places I want to go, lots of people I want to interview. I feel bad because I feel like my beard just keeps rubbing against this microphone screen. It probably is, so I'll have to address that one time. I didn't learn that in proper mic delivery of not having your beard keep rubbing against the microphone, so maybe I'll have to tie it up or tuck it under my hat or something for next time. So yes, go to iTunes, go to Stitcher, rate, share, give me a comment or something. And other than that, if you're interested, shoot me an email at thebeardcaster gmail.com. I thank you so very much. How about very much for listening today? And one last thing that I ask you is to do something nice for someone. Go give a homeless person on the street a cup of coffee to keep them warm right now. Give a friend of yours a call and tell them how much they mean to you and how much you care about them. Just do something nice for someone. Be a good person. Have a kind heart. And that's all I can ask from you. And I thank you very much. And I'm out.